Hey guys, it's Mitch here again, and today I'm going to be showing you me installing my me installing my first operating system that I use. This one is Windows 98. I had this on a compact computer back then when computers had big monitors and you had to carry them like a long distance, and you had to extend the weight to carry them to a specific location. Now I don't have that computer with Windows 98 anymore, and I decided it's time to reinstall and go back in time to see what Windows 98 looks like until today. So without further ado, let's begin. So I'm gonna press enter, configure allocated disk space, do not use large disk support, enter, gonna boot from CD-ROM, start Windows 98 setup from CD-ROM. That's exactly what I used when that's, that's exactly That's exactly what I did when I started to install Windows. Oh yeah, the first Windows 98, I installed it well, but it was running slowly, so I had to shut the process down. It was running very slow, and pretty pretty much had to start it again. Now I'm gonna press enter, continue. Memories of Windows 98 installing on your computer. I'm gonna zoom in. Click next. Now when I started using Windows 98, it was back in when I was like a baby, and I played duck living books games on it. So I'm gonna click next. Install the most common components. Just leave this as it is. United States. Start copying files, and there we go. We have the mem. And there we have back when Microsoft had that old Windows logo. Please sit back and relax while Windows 98 installs it on your computer. This came out after Windows 95. I didn't use Windows 95. It was out at the time, but the computers I had were to be, if I remember correctly, my grandmother's computer had the one that had is the one that had Windows Millennium Edition or Windows Me on it. I don't know why they called it Me, to be honest. And my parents' computer had Windows 98. And my cousin's computer back then they had Windows 2000 Professional. It is definitely easier to use. So I'm gonna pause for a while. Let me press Control and Alt. Press. The ISO King, courtesy of EverythingEpan, he has a tutorial on how you can install Windows 98 in VirtualBox and VMware Player, and yes, you can see I'm using VMware Player in my machine. I find it more convenient to use than Windows X than Microsoft Virtual PC. They're both VMware Player and Virtual PC are freeware, but you need to pay money to get VMware Workstation. Sorry, I just Yes, my phone is plugged into my computer, so I like to check. So I like to check it every time. And yes, Windows 98 supports printers, modems, monitors, network adapters, and other hardware devices. Well, you can see we're gonna get wireless internet here because VMware Player allows wireless connections because you can use because you can get internet on Win because you can always get internet in VMware Player because you can use your adapter. And now we're going to register our copy of Windows 98 from the Microsoft Windows 98 team. Good old Microsoft. Too bad they had to change their logo. And yes, we're gonna restart now. Getting ready to run Windows for the first time. Oh, I'm so excited. Aren't you guys? Yeah, it's gonna take a while, so just be patient, guys. There's that blue screen. That means we're gonna register our copy. Company is none of your business. I accept the agreement, and I'm gonna pause here while typing in the product key. Catch you guys later. And it's done. Now it's setting up its driver database. Now, if you see some errors here, it's gonna be fine, guys. Now, when you first start Windows 98 on your computer, you're not gonna hear any sound. So I'm gonna add VMware tools and maybe find Sound Blaster to get some sound on it. 13 minutes is 12 minutes is taking like 12 minutes is taking like it's like taking the minutes here is taking like seconds instead. Coincidence? There's hardware detection where we used to have when installing hardware such as graphics cards. They say this may take a few minutes and may cause your computer to stop responding. Well, it is taking more than just a taking less than just a few minutes, as you can see the progress bars. It's quite fast because it's in a virtual machine on modern hardware. Okay, we're gonna restart the computer again. So I'm gonna click restart now. There you have it. Windows shutting down. And here's Windows 98 again. You see, if it stops responding, then it's normal. And just wait for it to load. You see it's setting up hardware again. It's continuing to set hardware up. Now it's setting up the following items. I'm going to set it into my hometown, obviously in Singapore. Okay. And now it's updating the system configuration. The final part, also known as the finishing touch. The finishing touch. I'll just wait for it to update the settings. I'll press. Okay, so we're gonna restart the computer again. And yes, it's gonna shut down again. It's repeatedly gonna start up and then shut down. Just hang in there with me, fellas. And there you have Windows 98, the bar coming in from the bottom left corner of the screen to the right hand corner of to the bottom right hand corner of the screen, back before Windows XP's loading screen. And voila, it's done. Now I'm gonna click OK. I'm just gonna find some new hardware. And there we have it. It's done. And here's the welcome screen to Windows 98. Do I miss it now that it's not 1998? Not anymore. Sorry, Microsoft. Yeah, it's pretty laggy since it's on a virtual machine. Don't need to show it every time it starts. Now I'm going to install VMware tools. Manage, install VMware tools. Oh, yes. Now, if you install VMware tools on Windows 98, it makes the experience like better. Just some food for thought, that's all. Now, in my next Windows 98 video, I'm going to install sound. And there we have it, it's done. Now we need to restart the machine. And in my next Windows 98 videos, you're gonna see that I'll install Sound Blaster into it. Now that little blue bar freezes while it's moving, it's perfectly normal. Don't need to panic. Enter your network password working for Microsoft Networking. Okay, and we're done. We have Windows 98 installed on our computer, on VMware Player. So I'm going to go to my computer, properties, and here we have it. Windows 98 installed in VMware Player. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You're going to see more Windows 98 videos and playthroughs of all games. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching.